I've heard a lot of stories over the years, but some stay with you. Like this one, about a house in Illinois and the voices that wouldn't stop calling from the attic. A man named Caleb Morris moved there in 1998 after his wife passed. He said the house was peaceful, quiet, just what he needed. But the neighbors whispered that nobody ever stayed in that house for long. They said at night the windows upstairs glowed even when no lights were on. Caleb didn't believe in ghosts. He worked nights, came home early mornings, made coffee, and listened to the old floorboards creak. Until one night, he heard it, a voice from above. Not words at first, just humming, like a woman singing an old lullaby, the kind that makes your stomach twist for no reason. He thought maybe it was the radio, maybe a neighbor, but when he turned everything off, the sound stayed. It was coming from the attic. Now here's the thing, the attic had no entrance, no stairs, no ladder, just a sealed hatch nailed shut decades ago. Caleb told his coworker about it the next day. The guy laughed and said, "That house belonged to the Whitaker family. They had a little girl who disappeared in 1954. They searched everywhere except the attic, because it didn't exist back then." A few nights later, the humming turned into whispering, and this time it said his name, Caleb, over and over. He went to the ceiling with a flashlight, and the hatch started shaking. Dust fell like ash. Something on the other side was knocking, slow, steady, patient, like it knew he was listening.
He called the police. They searched every inch. Nothing. But the next morning, there were fresh footprints on the ceiling. Small ones, like a child had been walking upside down. Caleb sealed the attic door himself, painted it over, but the paint peeled off the next night in long lines, forming words. "Don't lock me in again." He left that house 2 days later, but a year after, a new family moved in with a daughter. Neighbors say she started humming the same lullaby, and sometimes when they walk by, they can see her standing at the attic window, even though that room has no floor. I don't know what Caleb really heard. Maybe grief, maybe guilt, or maybe someone who was never meant to be forgotten. But if you ever rent a house with a sealed attic, don't try to open it, because some doors aren't locked to keep you out. They're locked to keep something in.